Oh, there it is.
All right, let's get to a little Game of Thrones action. Why don't we?
Not today.
No, not today.
Not today.
No, not today.
Hold on. What?
What? I was joking with Keith while the song was playing that I turned my whole head around to listen to what he said when I could have just done this.
He was really winking at me with his other eye.
Winka winka. All right, so
So creepy.
safe
Cypher!
You really?
That's my buddy right there.
Oh, okay. So
Jackson Heights in the
so
house.
you know how to do it.
What's up, bro?
Oh, look, Joe's here.
Oh,
Joe's
he's
still here.
awake.
70. That's a hell of an accomplishment. 70 episodes in
That was
6
a serious
weeks.
binge.
That's a hell of a binge, Joe. That is cheers to you, my good friend. Cheers to you on 70
To you.
episodes watched in 6 weeks. Keith, what was yours? Close? Or you beat him?
Huh?
What do you mean?
What was mine? What?
What was your how many episodes?
Oh,
how long
not
did it
nearly
take
as
you?
fast as him. I started. Well, I think I started late January, but I had some
Complications.
complications, personal matters
Menstrual
that
cycle.
definitely slowed me down a whole bunch. But did not do it as fast as Joe. That's for sure. So now that we're moving on from the Mets, little Game of Thrones, what did you guys think of this week's episode?
Wait, before we get into that, we had fun conversations at work after this week's episode, and actually it was Tuesday where somebody, one of the kids' dads from my son's baseball team, was listening. Oh, it might have been Saturday. Was listening to the Game of Thrones segment that we did last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I brought up the point on last week's that I do not feel sorry for the bingers at all because we had to wait such a long time in between seasons, and
You were jealous,
So-
really.
not jealous, but
you were
but
jealous.
we got to know the characters for a longer period of time.
So we're better friends.
Well, I think some of the stuff will hit us harder.
Yeah, maybe.
So there's
True.
that, and yes, Kat did the same thing. Joe and Kat, teamed up, and they
Teamwork.
got through all that stuff. But
To the Ramos.
Kat was telling me one day last week, Jon Snow died, was gone, and then you and I and a lot of the world had to wait a full year to see if he would come back or not.
Right.
Next day,
She knew?
Jon Snow's back.
Yeah, but that's no reason to hate Cat.
No. I'm not saying no. I'm saying
I would actually argue that Joe, Cat, and I, people like us, are smarter for not putting ourselves through that nonsense.
that comes with the we got first and second and
Yeah, and Ramos
2
was
out.
struck out.
Nice job, Ramos. Dom Smith is up.
Trade him.
Whatever. You think you're smarter? You think you're so smart now? You talking to me? Don't wink at me again. All right. So, thoughts on this week's episode? Kyle, you're
Hold on.
just in time for Game of Thrones, buddy. Stick around with us. Your Dodgers are in first place, looking pretty good.
Boo.
Excuse me. So, what did you think about this episode?
Loved it. It was a movie. It was a movie that just went like this. It just went like that, real quick. The episode it was fantastic. Who needs to die now?
Oh, really? Come back into the picture.
We are better friends because we waited so long between episodes. Whatever comes out, Joe.
So yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
seriously.
that's live. That's a
Joe.
live show. That's how.
Trust us. You'll be one. No, not. Oh, we need a producer. I forgot.
Yeah.
we need a producer.
Yeah, I mean, It'd be nice.
It'd be nice.
Uh,
Producer
but
will probably stop that from happening.
it was a whole roller coaster through this episode. It was, Melisandre lights the.
She shouldn't have died. She's too hot.
She said that she was going to die from the. Well,
Yeah. Oh no, she was really old.
yeah.
But she was. That was. Hey,
When you take off the chain, no longer really hot.
don't take off the chain. That's all. She can bathe in that. It's waterproof.
Yeah, so she lights the all the swords on fire,
Yeah.
and as soon as they started walking, I said to my wife, "All
They're
the
all
flames are
gonna
going to go out. The flames are all going to go out."
Oh, man,
And
yeah, that
then
was bad.
shortly thereafter, you see Jorah. Yeah, he's riding back on the horse, and I was looking really closely to see if his eyes were blue, and thankfully they were not.
Jorah looks scared as heck.
He was just like, "I'm out of here." No.
He goes, "I'm not going out in the dark again." Like this.
Right. And then something that was interesting that I think I talked to you about a little bit was when Bran says, "All right, I gotta go," basically I'm gonna go now, and he rolls his eyes back and you get to the three-eyed ravens flying, and then it cuts to the Night King. My wife said, "Oh wow, is Bran the Night King?" Because that was one of the
That's what everyone was
potentials.
thinking. Can you read that? That was left-handed, buddy.
I don't know what that says. Oh, yeah, I didn't even bring it up.
I don't know why you didn't bring that
I
up.
don't know.
You can bring it up now. That way we don't have the people that like to talk about this stuff that can come in and give us their opinion.
Fine. If you'd like to,
Fine.
if you want to call us
Twist my
and
arm.
talk about Game of Thrones, 718-577-1275.
It's a Brooklyn number.
Give me just a second to get, we got to get the machine up here. Yeah, there's a little close, and I have no idea.
It's lefty, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Yeah, ambidextrous.
She said,
So
mm.
that was one of the fan theories that Bran was the Night King, and when they did that, I was like, holy crap, is this true?
But it's still out there right now that he's gonna
That he could be the next-
get the power
right.
and bring everybody up, get all the dead from Winterfell up, so that they can go and fight Cersei. Because they pretty much lost a lot of people. They really lost a
And
lot
they
of people.
did it perfectly.
Wow.
They sent, Melisandre said, he was brought back several times to keep you safe. You're going to kill those with the green eyes, the brown eyes, and the blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
Then
yeah.
she, hauled ass up there in the right corner. Didn't see her again until the end.
until Spider-Man, until she acted like Spider-Man and came down flying. That was a nice move too.
That was
Very nice
for Joe and Kat, that was their very first episode they watched as it happened.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a first episode to
Yeah.
watch as it happens.
Exactly.
Joe doesn't see Bran getting the Night King stuff.
Yeah. I don't. I hope not, because I don't see it happening either. But those are some of the theories that are out there.
If it's one thing we know about Game of Thrones, nothing's off the table.
Nothing's off the table.
Keith, what did you think about the episode?
Sorry, I got something. I thought it was amazing. There's a lot of complaints out there about the lighting and all that kind of crap, and
It was a little dark.
it was. But I'll be honest, I watched it in a completely dark room, so I didn't have
I mean, so
too
did
much. Yeah, so to me, it felt like it was okay. But maybe a lot of people, they rewatch it. I watch it the next day when it's light out. I could see where if there's any kind of glare or light in the room, it would be really hard to see. I thought the darkness of the episode added to the anxiety and intensity of what was happening.
Definitely to the anxiety.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
I thought
Arya running through the corridors, getting chased.
Oh, they're flying
That
through the
was
clouds.
sick, man.
Everything's going on.
just the fact that when the dead came, they were like a wall, and the wall was pretty much nice catch, Alonzo. The wall of
Pop up.
doesn't matter. It's a nice catch. It's a lot better than Rosario would do. The wall of dead. It's complete.
That was sick,
it's-
right? The way
it's-
they came and they just
was
like
like,
a
um,
wave, like a tidal wave.
right. So it's
World
pitch
War Z.
dark.
Yes, like World War
It
Z.
was
They
kind of
climbed
like
up
that. And they were
the-
using
the
each
wall.
other.
That's
And
a wall.
then they started falling onto the fire to create the bridge over the fire. actually,
That's true, Timmy.
And
Yeah.
then Melisandre, she was trying to light the thing up and it wouldn't light right away.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was
So,
cool.
I was okay
That
with
was
the
cool.
darkness, but a lot of people were very pissed about it, and I get it. You know, they maybe they could have added a little light to it, but I thought, I'll be honest, I had to pause it a couple of times because it was so freaking intense. I had to like stop and like think about what I was watching. It was so intense, and as I was saying, after the Dothraki went out and died, and the dead came in, you saw what I sound totally New York right there. You saw
Yeah.
what the Dothraki dealt with, because next thing you know, when they came into the Unsullied, it was just dead and like a dead on top of dead. Like they started like jumping each other to kill.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
crazy.
And by the way, I know it's all fictional characters and all, but mad props to the Unsullied because they protected all the people retreating, protect the retreat, and they sat there. And mad props to the Unsullied.
To your point, the Unsullied, they were all lined up and they got trampled by the dead, and I thought they
Unbelievable.
were all done.
And then there was more.
And then there was more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you notice how they closed ranks every time everybody got through and got into the gate? That little
Yeah,
that
oh,
little,
yes.
Place they were going through, they closed the ranks up
Yep.
and they got
Yeah,
all
the
ready
Unsullied
again
are
for
no
the next
joke.
wave.
But it was
That
the,
was
the very
crazy.
first wave where the Unsullied were there. I thought the entire
I
first
thought it
3
was
rows were
yeah.
done.
Yeah.
And then when they got to the World War Z part where they're climbing on top of each other,
But
getting up.
realistically, if you got no balls, what do you got to live?
What do you think?
I mean, fight.
well, Grey
or
Worm
on the
fighting.
other side, what do you got to lose?
doesn't Grey Worm still have his junk?
You ain't got to. No.
I thought Grey Worm still has his junk.
None of them.
I thought
know.
that's why he laid with the other girl.
No, she said he did many things to her.
Oh, okay.
Not that thing.
In
Many things.
other ways,
So
And how about Arya's when they were first coming over and she's like,
Protect the retreat.
"Bah, bah, bah,
That's true.
bah, bah, bah."
so right.
Yo,
So Arya was
Flipping that thing
What was
around
it?
and
What's the guy's
slapping
name?
people up.
The older guy that was coming down the stairs.
Oh, Sir Davos.
Yes,
He
the
was
way she was
freaking
like,
out when he saw. He's like, "What
Uh,
is that?"
holy
God,
crap!
She could fight, man. That
she's
little girl
a
could
badass.
fight.
So one of my favorite scenes of the whole episode, and I think a lot of people share this, was the other young girl. I forget her name.
Oh yeah,
The queen.
the
Oh, the Mormont
Little girl.
girl.
Mormont,
She
yeah,
stabbed
Mormont.
the
The
zombie giant in the
as her
eyeball.
as he was crushing her.
Yeah.
As he was crushing her,
So what just happened?
she stabbed her.
we got off of that. I don't know what happened there.
This is pitch
Let's-
5.
Let's go. We're
This is
we're still rolling here. Don't worry about it.
So a little nugget that I was
Nugget.
pointed out to me was when you saw John and the ice dragon, we'll call it, right? And the ice dragon had him kind of cornered. There was one scene where he kept trying to get up and
Mhm.
either attack or get away from the ice dragon. And then also he runs back behind the wall, and it looked like he was trying to get the ice dragon's attention. And if you pay close attention, you'll hear him go, "Go, go, go!" And some say he was distracting
so that everybody.
so Arya can get to the
Mm.
Ice King, because the Ice Dragon was protecting the
I gotta watch
entrance
that
to
again.
where the Ice King went. Yeah, I didn't notice that. It was pointed out to me, and it was like, wow. And then I rewatched that scene.
I didn't notice that at all. Did
It's
you
very
notice it?
subtle. I didn't
Uh,
notice it initially, but it was pointed out. I read some
Wow, that's a heck
article.
of a scene. Then I'm gonna go home and look.
I gotta
at it.
watch. it
Yeah,
again.
so
Absolutely.
he goes, go, go, go. You don't see Arya, but the thought is he ran back out to the dragon and back behind
Right.
the wall. The thought was he was distracting the dragon for Arya to get to the Ice King.
Good
Oh,
point. I mean, I didn't realize that. I didn't see that part at all. But that's
was it
great.
Bran's
I thought
dagger?
he screamed at the dragon at one time, right?
Mhm.
Towards the end, he screamed at it like,
Yeah,
"Ah."
He was scared, like that was the final stand
That
for
was
him.
the final
Yeah.
stand for him.
And then you'll hear it sounds like he's saying, go, go, go. And he was probably yelling and saying at Arya, because short while later, like less than a minute later, she's doing her Michael Jordan air walk towards Kenny
I
Arrow
think the only reason he didn't die at that
Oh,
moment
what a
was because
play
she
by
shot him.
McNeil.
in honor of
Sorry.
the Knicks. I'll say she did her Kenny Air Walker attempt.
She
On the-
did. Kenny Air Walker, man.
You remember
I
that? You remember that?
Boy,
Yeah.
Kenny Skywalker. Yes, I saw that. Great catch by McNeil in
Um,
left.
Could be a game-saving catch there.
So
Absolutely.
the thought is right, like I was saying. But I was curious also in that scene. What if John stood out and just like stood in the fire? Because he's Targaryen, would he?
He may be
immune
able to
it?
take the fire, but we don't know that.
We
We'll
don't
never
know
know.
that.
We don't know that. Did the fire affect the other dragons when they were fighting? When John was fighting the Night King? Did the white fire affect the other dragon? Because I know the the
Yeah,
ice
clawed.
dragon got his face
Yeah.
clawed off, and that's why he was like leaking fire and
Uh-huh.
everything,
That was pretty damn cool.
which is pretty
That
cool.
was really cool.
You know, he was really jacked up. Isn't that cool that John knows how to fight on a dragon already? Like second nature to the guy.
let me ask you another question.
Oh, maybe
So,
they went to
another
training.
complaint, and the reason I say complaint is because people, internet,
you
everybody.
mean
cries about everything.
Karachiisms? like,
Millennial
shit and
crap.
milk?
Yeah, shit and milk shit.
Yeah.
So shit and milk shit. So people were saying, well, I didn't know what dragon was what. I was able to see what dragon was what. Now, I'll give you my indicators, but did you guys have trouble?
Green and black.
Oh,
Well, it
there
was
were
kinda
there were
dark,
a
right?
couple times where I wasn't sure. who was
A little
on.
bit, but you know what you had to look for was the holes in the wing.
Yeah.
Because the ice dragon, he's got holes in his wings, and his eyes are blue, and he obviously breathes ice.
And the
instead of-
Night King is sitting
Yeah.
on him.
and that too, right? So one thing I will say,
I wouldn't
was
complain
not-
about it, but I did get that a couple times.
people,
Sure.
meh. But one thing was not clear
Fraudisms.
to me was, did John's dragon
No, thank
die?
you.
Which, when you look at the previews,
No.
we realized did
Did
not.
not.
But to me, that wasn't completely clear.
And they saved
he-
it till the final frame of the preview, because the first couple of times you see a dragon is just one dragon, and then one dragon again, and then in the final frame of the preview it's two dragons flying.
So it wasn't right. It wasn't clear
Mm-hmm.
to me. But the dragon mourning over what's the What's the guy's name?
So Jorah?
Oh yeah, when he at the end.
Jorah
when-
Leandro?
Yeah, that was.
Was he mourning or was he protecting
I don't know.
yeah, I thought he was
Danny?
more
I thought
protecting
he was
Danny.
more protecting
I think
Danny.
it was mourning.
It could have been.
Fuck me up, man. So I don't know what.
Okay.
I was a little nervous when all those zombies were hanging off the dragon. I was like, no.
I thought the
Oh
dragon was
my
done.
God,
I
done.
thought that was it. And he shook them off, man. He shook them
Well,
bad boys
you know,
off.
dragon scales, right? In like, if you ever play D&D or watch that kind of stuff, dragon scales are like the hardest armor.
Mhm.
So those zombies,
It's not real.
it is real. Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Wrestling
But,
is not real either.
Endgame's not real.
Wrestling.
The Avengers aren't real.
The
Don't get
Avengers
me
are real.
started.
What's wrong with you?
How dare
You
you?
saw them in New York the other day when I went up there.
Mhm.
I'm not saying they aren't. I'm just
Okay.
saying you're doubting dragons and
I
wrestling.
doubt dragons, but the Avengers are real.
Mhm.
And wrestling ain't real.
Mhm.
I like mustard on my biscuits.
He only takes one push.
But I will have to say that everybody who died in this episode died the way that they should have died. It was a rightful death for all of them.
What a way for Theon to die after
Yes.
everything he went through.
Yep. And
And
Bran
did.
saying you're a good man.
You're a good man. You know, with no penis.
With no penis.
I've heard some crap about Bran. Like, this is Bran the whole episode. They just show like somebody sitting there like this.
The memes.
That would be Bran's episode.
That's the whole episode. And then oh, good job, Bran. You have all these superpowers, and what do? You fly around and
Oh, Stanley.
you fly around inside of crows, and you do crow things. Right, exactly.
What doesn't he warg into one of the dragons?
Yeah, what is he doing?
Take over the ice dragon. He couldn't because he's a punk.
Do you think he knew that Arya was going to kill? Like, you think he knew all that already?
I don't think he knows the future though.
He only knows the past.
I think he knows
memories.
the past. He keeps everything, like basically he can access it, but I don't think he knows the future.
How beautiful was
No.
it when all of a sudden you see like the hair of the walker, like kind of like a breeze flew through him. The next thing you know, you see Arya flying through the air doing Kenny O. Walker.
Oh yeah, the one walker that kind of turned to the side and
She's-
watched Arya go, and then we saw
She
it.
is
Ah.
a beast.
And then
he would have died.
the Night
if he
King,
tried
you know,
anything.
Arya's got the thing in her left hand, and the Night King looks up at it, and then she drops it. Oh, what a
was a great move.
freaking moment!
That was a move.
0-2 count on
Right
Pete
through.
Timmy says,
Dead.
spoiler alert: Avengers was sadder than Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Game of Thrones wasn't that sad.
It was so nerve wracking.
That's what it was. It was tense. It was tense
It
because
was
you didn't know
so
who was going to
tense.
die.
And then again, every single freaking episode, I look at my wife. I was like, "How the hell is it 9:40 already?"
It's quick, right?
It
It's
goes by so
It goes
quick.
quick.
And then,
It goes
thankfully,
quick.
this time I was like, "All right, well, at least we still have 40 more minutes."
We had time this week.
Yeah.
But this week coming up now,
The-
same. right?
80.
No, is it 80? It's only an hour this week, no?
No, I think this is the last longer one.
Oh, I hope
Hold
so.
on,
Please,
um,
God, I hope so.
I don't think there's going to be a battle this week, though.
They got to get the
This
rest of-
week they're going to celebrate. You see the preview with Danny is saying, "You know, we won the battle. Now
Yeah.
we're gonna go win the final battle."
Okay.
So, but interesting to see how that is gonna go with her and John.
Yeah, now
Now-
they have to
now-
talk.
now they-
have
now-
to figure it out.
Now we gotta have
Yeah.
the come to Jesus meeting. We're gonna sit down and say, "All right, so what we're gonna do?"
Yeah. How much?
How we
honor
gonna
does
handle
Dan-
this?
How much honor does Danny really have to let him become king? She's still the queen, though, to be honest.
Yep.
So it's gonna be king and queen. But he
Listen,
really
if Jamie and
is the king.
Cersei can do it, they can do it, and they can rule together.
It's not they. It's. I'm talking about just Danny saying, "Yeah, okay, I'll let you be the king."
Mm.
Because if she marries someone, they're not king.
But if a king marries a woman, she becomes
But
queen.
if she's the king, then she can become queen.
I truly believe the children are the future,
You should teach them well.
and let them lead the way.
Yep.
This
Fill in the
I
blanks.
don't think this is accurate.
You shooting blanks?
This one
That's
one
what
said
she
the next episode 78 minutes.
78. It's not bad. That's great.
I believe that Jon Snow is the future.
78, and then it says 80.
The last 3 episodes.
82, 78, 80.
Good. They made us wait 3 years. Could make the episodes an hour and 20 minutes.
I've heard-
Jesus Christ.
I heard some really funny arguments about the darkness of this last episode. Darkness meaning the actual physical lighting. HBO, you sent all your people to Ireland to shoot something I can't see, you morons. Like,
Took 55 days and you forgot to bring the lights.
yeah, I'm like,
How about that one? The well, I think it was a couple different shots, but from where Danny and John were standing at the beginning of the battle, where
the Dothraki swords.
they just showed down the camera angle from down there, shooting down into the battle with the Dothraki swords that were on fire, and that shot was amazing.
It's a great shot. Yeah.
And the one, it was a fan art, and it was fantastic, but scary as hell. It was a fan art drawing of basically the final scene with the Night King sitting on the throne, which clearly is not going to happen anymore.
No.
The Night King was sitting on the throne. Jon Snow, Danny, Arya, all these people next to him with blue eyes.
That would have been amazing. I mean, it would have sucked.
It would have sucked big time.
But come on, it's amazing though. Think about
Yes.
that.
You know why it would suck? Because they are no longer themselves. They were just shells, reactionary. Like if they were themselves, like the Night King is himself. If Jon was Jon Snow, but Jon Snow the Blue Eye Walker, then it would be really cool.
But Jon Snow can be half a Walker and half Jon Snow, just like his uncle Benjen was.
Potentially, yeah, because he was brought back.
So if he needs to be the Night King,
Sam survived.
Sam survived.
No, he
Just-
got killed.
He was just lying down stabbing people.
Yes.
Ah,
and then how about
the
when
easiest way to
Jon Snow
fight.
just walked right past him?
Like,
Sorry, buddy.
sorry.
Yeah, but the priorities were in place. He had
Yeah.
to go save Bran. He
He had to
knows
go
the
kill the
importance.
Night King.
Yeah. So-
saving Bran was just secondary. Yeah, so he had to kill that Night.
Yeah.
That Night King.
What do you guys think of the Night King absorbing the fire.
Oh, I knew it was gonna happen.
But
He
why?
did. He
why
walked through fire before.
he did, but why do you think he's able to do that? I have my theories. I'm just curious what you guys think.
Well, I thought it came with the territory of being able to ride the dragon, but then that could also be that the dragon is a walker, or
It could be.
You know what I mean? Not a walker, but a flyer.
I think he's. I think the Night King originally was a Targaryen.
Yeah. Well,
People say that's impossible.
I meant to just say that. I'm not sure if I did.
The Night King.
That it went with the territory of him riding a dragon, which means he's a Targaryen.
I thought you meant like dead.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
Yeah, and then I said, but it also could have been that the dragon's a walker now.
Yeah. I mean, and it could be because he's undead. The dragon's undead. He can't die, so
If
the
he's
fire.
part
don't burn him.
Targaryen, the fire absolutely would not affect
Yeah.
him.
I mean, I knew it,
That's why I don't think Jon Snow can get burnt. I think
I agree. That's
Yeah,
why I was
he's
curious to
never
see.
been tested, but
we've never tried it, right? Yeah.
it's a stupid way
We'll
to
see.
think to test. Dragon, burn me up.
Well,
It
and
works.
you know, going back and watching,
Try with like
just
a
trying to
Zippo first. Take a Zippo. Yeah.
but going back and watching season 1 again, and me and my wife have gone back and we started season 1 again, and now we're going to season 2. We're just going to rewatch it as this season's going. But it was so very subtle in season 1 where Dany touched the egg, and
When they were hot,
when they were hot,
or burning, and the girl looked at her hand.
it
and
was
said,
subtle, like we didn't really know what the hell that meant at the time.
Well, it meant that she can't get burnt.
That it didn't burn, but we didn't realize that it was going to be a whole dragon thing, and because she's a
Sure,
Targaryen, because of that, so it
Well, until the funeral pyre of her husband,
Right.
You didn't.
you
know.
didn't know
Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah.
when all the clothes were burned, but
You didn't listen to the episode that were talking about dragons.
which one?
The one that she was touching hot dragon.
Oh,
eggs.
I know, I get
Should have
that, but
forewarned you.
we
that there were
didn't
dragons coming.
realize the how much, because we didn't have all the details behind it, that it's a Targaryen that can't get burned.
I just want to say,
Oh,
good job,
okay.
Jacob DeCrom. What a comeback game!
DeCrom.
I said DeCrom,
Mhm.
right? Sygrom. I mean, this is way off course, but it's
Azúcar.
in tune with the show. What a comeback game! 7 innings, no runs,
6
couple of
strikeouts.
hits, 6 strikeouts. Welcome back, DeGrom.
Solid job.
Yeah, good job, buddy. I hope he's back. I mean, as a Met fan, that warms my heart.
If he throws 7 innings with no runs, he's back.
Am
That's
I as my fans? Does that like warm your heart to see? Because if DeGrom pitches the way DeGrom can pitch, we can dominate. We need DeGrom and Syndergaard. If DeGrom and Syndergaard could pitch the way they can pitch, we can.
We definitely won't be mediocre with DeGrom.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
All right, so we got a few days before. Man, there's only 3 left, guys.
That's it.
What the hell?
And it's over.
What is
Forever.
HBO gonna do? Listen. HBO has produced some of the
Are there
best
2
shows in history.
More shows coming?
Barry. Oh, you mean in
Game of
relation to?
Thrones.
I heard there's gonna be like a prequel type
Yeah.
of thing with like Ned Stark days. That'd be cool. I'd be interested in that. But outside of that, like
What else
Westworld
is-
is really good.
I've not tried to watch that yet.
well, that other one, Barry with
Barry's good too.
Barry, I've heard is good.
Barry's good. Barry's good.
Yeah.
I've seen a few episodes of it. Westworld is really good, but really focused. Don't have the kid running around yelling and screaming. You have to focus in Westworld. Otherwise,
I started watching
not gonna wanna watch it.
another. It's a History Channel show. It's on Hulu right now. I started watching Viking.
Animal Kingdom, I've heard is
see what he
good.
did to you, Keith?
No,
Yeah,
it's,
that's
he
what I'm
was
saying. 'cause
snoring at
it wasn't
you.
about
He's
him.
done
so-
it
What
to
you're
me
gonna
before.
say was
it wasn't
boring.
about him, so he
Oh,
was.
Why would he do
holy
that?
crap!
That's
Because it's
so
not about him,
rude.
so he was getting a little upset. He's gonna cry.
You've done it before, you jerk.
I've never done that to you.
You're.
Show me where. Pull up
I
the
will bet
videotape.
you $1,000.
Let's go to the videotape. That's his favorite saying.
I am a perfect innocent angel, and I would never do anything to harm my
Holy
friend
crap.
Farachi.
Who's Hannah?
Montana.
Hannah Montana.
Joe says Hannah equals meh.
Hannah equals meh.
You're talking about one of the shows that you guys were just talking about? Hanna-Barbera? No.
Hanna-Barbera, the old people that make cartoons.
Okay.
What is
All
he
right,
talking about?
Do we have anything left to
I just want to say the Mets.
Game of Thrones. Anything left on
anything
Game of
left
Thrones?
on Game of Thrones?
The Mets will sit on the throne.
Game of Thrones night was Saturday.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, good
Did
job
any
that night.
did everybody see the new piece to the table in front of the coffee?
Coffee.
No, I did not see the piece in front of the coffee. Oh, the throne.
Mhm.
Oh, I did see that.
The throne is
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah. That's
For those of you,
Did you see
That'll be in my
Mr.
pocket.
Check us out on Facebook.
Right there.
Like us on Facebook. We are on Twitter, Instagram at the PIITB show.
crotch shots.
Both Instagram and Twitter, and
Okay.
at
hashtag crotch shots.
hashtag crotch shots.
Say it 3
Uh,
times fast.
Next time I am going to wear baggy jeans. And then we have the
No, we want to see your crotch.
the book show brought to you by Cine Sports Talk on Facebook. If you check us out on Facebook,
Facebook and 27 ounce baseball, by the way.
and 27 ounce
Not so
baseball. If you
bad.
check us out, right, 27 ounce baseball. Don't forget
Do the right
27 ounce baseball
forget.
channel, Cine Sports Talk channel. On Facebook,
shots.
I put a video up there of Mr. Met
Crotch
sitting
it up.
upon the Iron Throne.
The throne.
Yeah, so
The
check it
throne.
out. Pretty good.
Hey, the
The
throne. He's on the throne.